Hello viewers, in this video we'll be playing the 6th mission of William Wallace, Forge an Alliance.
Our coffers were depleted at the Battle of Stirling. So we need to strengthen our economy once again before pushing south into lands held by the English. We need to construct a market and establish trade routes to the villages of friendly clans. Local legends speak of 3 sacred relics hidden south of Stirling. Acquiring these artifacts for Wallace's army will be a great boost to Scottish morale.
We have one main objective, which is to capture 3 relics and garrison them in your monastery. We have one hint, which is if you lose your initial monks, you can train more from your monastery when you reach the castle age. Scouts report: the Scots, player 1 blue, are mounting a defense against the English and aim to capture all of the relics in the region to boost the morale of their men. The first relic is in the Scottish town itself. Scottish allies, player 2 yellow, have a walled town to the west. Holding the second relic, they will provide support and fight with the countrymen against the English invaders. The English, player 3 red, have a strong base across the river to the southwest and have taken the third and final relic.
The Scottish army has been rallied by recent victories against the English. The situation is starting to look up. It will help the morale of our army to collect holy relics and place them in our monastery. One of the relics is close to your town. An ally has another relic, and the English have captured a third. Good. You have a relic. Protect the relic in the monastery by right-clicking the monastery. You can retrieve a relic by clicking a monk and right-clicking the relic. Monks have other abilities as well. They can heal your injured soldiers, or those of your allies. They can also attempt to convert enemy soldiers to join your army. Perfect. You now have 1 relic garrison. Relics garrisoned in your monastery will slowly add gold to your stockpile.
Alright, so we need a few more on food. There's quite a lot of sheep, so might as well eat up our sheep. And also we got housed. It's not a good thing. Important to build houses. Right off we have a lot of production. I'm gonna start with making archers. And then later on in the castle age I'm gonna build some knights. Create some knights. And I see we start with 500 stone. And this map is quite easily wallable. I think we are quite separated by this river, so this is the only openings here. So here's a good example why auto scout isn't necessarily the optimal way to scout, since the scout will completely disregard any danger to his own life and go on suicide reconnaissance missions like this.
Farms are built like buildings and must be periodically rebuilt. To gather food from a farm, click a villager, then right-click a farm.
And that's quite a scary force the British have. Feudal age knights no less, so I'm gonna go ahead and...
It's nice to have allies on the map. Your ally, the yellow player, can help you fight the enemy. You can also trade with your allies. To trade, you will need to build a market.
We are building a market here. And the reason why I'm building the market here is that the further away markets are from each other, the more gold trade cards will provide per trip. And as we read in the Scouts report, the Scottish allies, yellow player ally, is going to be to the west, the left-hand side of the map. And as we can see, there's nothing really on the east right-hand side beyond ourselves. We also need to find gold, and we have found gold here. It's quite a bit away. This could be a bit vulnerable.
Kia, to, bit dear, Rob
Kia, to, Roboge.
Erla, bit 4. Kid, bit 4. Bit 4. Bit 4.
There's quite a lot of deep sea
have a market.
fish in the river.
The market can create trade carts to generate extra gold. You can also exchange one resource for another at the market for a small fee. Click the market, then click sell food for gold.
Roboge.
Erla, Rob
Okay. They want us to sell food for gold. So probably to let us know how this works. So there's no reason right now for me to sell food for gold. But how this works is that if you click any of these icons, so you can
There
see
are 3 different modes for the minimap in the lower right corner of the screen. You can show only military units, or only resources, and trade units by clicking the buttons just below and to the right of the minimap. You made a trade cart. If you click the trade cart on your allies market, you can make extra gold. Your trade cart will automatically make trips between your and your allies markets.
so there's 3 icons here. There's a wood icon, a food icon, and a stone icon. And in the upper row it says sell, and then in the bottom row it says buy. So if you click, for instance, this icon, it will sell 100 food for 70 gold. You can see how much gold you will get, and for this, and the number here says how much gold you have to pay to buy 100 food here, for instance, or 100 stone here. And these prices are global, so every time you sell it, you will get less, and every time you buy, it will going to
Villagers
cost
and
more.
soldiers normally appear outside of the building that created them. You can have your units move to a spot once they are created by using gather point. To set a gather point for infantry, click your barracks, click set gather point, then click where on the map you want your infantry to gather.
I think we're familiar with gather points. Like you said, click a building, then you have this little icon, gather
You
point.
have reached your ally's town. Go inside to see how his city is doing. Your ally's gate will open automatically for you.
And there's a relic in our allies town according to the hints we got in the beginning. And as we saw with the scouts, there's a fair bit of knights. We have monks though, so monks are a good counter. I actually think I'm not going to build any spearmen.
Kia,
You can use the technology tree to see what technologies and upgrades you can research.
Kia.
Click the technology tree button in the upper right corner of the screen to see the tree for your civilization.
Welcome. If you've come for the relic, you can find it on the hill to the northeast of our town.
Northeast side of the town should be around here then. And as the narrator said earlier regarding the minimap, so this button on the top right toggles the scoreboard, and this the bottom right toggles what it shows. So it's either the player score, or it's the military units, or it's the economy. And the only new information here is the market prices. Otherwise we can see everything up here, the resources now in definitive edition. Floating quite a lot of resources. So we should be able to get up to the castle age after the wheelbarrow. We also spent quite a lot of our starting 500 stone on walls. So I'm going to get a few more villagers onto stone so we can afford a castle once we're in the castle age. Oh, there's the relic. Nice little cross there next to it. And also a very nice new function in Definitive Edition is you can shift Q. So in the old days you had to you had to first wait for the first action, and then until that first action was done, then you could proceed to the next action. But now we can hold shift, right click to it, and then hold shift, right, and then as soon as the monk has picked up the relic, they will automatically, they're going to automatically go leave the relic
Kia. Rabuja.
in the monastery as soon as they've picked up the relic. So we already do have a stable. We can prepare for the stable by getting some of the upgrades we need.
The English are attacking our town. Can you contribute any spare food or gold to us?
Contribute your ally. Click the diplomacy button in the upper right corner of the screen. Give your ally food and gold, but don't give them everything you own.
Alright, so once you have a market, you're able to give, or tribute as it's called, resources to your ally. So this is the olive branch crown. So here you click, for instance, gold and wood in the row of your ally, and then confirm.
Thanks for the resources. If you have any spare soldiers, come to our town and let's drive the English out.
You now have 2 relics garrisoned. Bring back 1 more and you will be victorious. You have enough soldiers now to think about attacking the English and recovering the relic.
Rabuja.
Well, we are actually pop capped, and I'm wondering if the max limit is actually 75, or if they've changed it so it's 200. No, so we're actually pop capped to...
If you're getting ready to attack the English, I can help you out. Here, take this food and wood.
Rabuja.
So we have a max population of 75. So now we have some real issue of economy here. I'm going to delete a few villages, which is usually what you have to do late game once you hit 200. You've overboomed a bit, but I'm going to limit myself to 35.
Kid. Kia.
Okay, so another good thing to note with scenarios is that for whatever reason they've decided to not let you access things you normally should. So all civilizations in the Castle Age on paper are able to build a castle. But in a single player campaign scenario, for whatever reason, they've decided to write it such so you're not allowed to build a castle. Like here, for whatever reason, even though we're in the Castle Age, we cannot build a castle.
Kid. Kert Nienige.
Margaret. Ho. Bit fear. Bit fear. Erlab. Kogo. Kogo.
See if... So this was complete waste of villager time. Actually, we don't even need that many villages.
Kia, Boonage. Kid, Boonage. Boonage.
It's probably going to be... I don't think the ram will get there in time.
Kia fear. Ho. Ho. Bid fear. Erlo. Kid. Bid fear. Ho.
Yeah. Oh, shit, the crossbowmen and the knights were quicker. Oh, they were actually hiding them.
Bid fear.
And I think we should have the victory as we have the last relic. Fervor is my favorite technology from the monastery. For me 140 gold, your monk can be 15% faster today. Ballistics is really a must if you have many archers and you've hit the castle age. So very important technology if you have many ranged units. Ballistics.
Kid,
Also affects buildings.
Bid fear. Bid fear.
It's really interesting how quickly you float a lot of resources with when you have such a low population cap.
Forgere. Rabwigge. Erlov. Rabwigge. Kia.
Erlev. Kia. Rapa.
There it is.
Congratulations. You have captured all 3 relics. With the 3 relics locked away safely in Scottish churches, men murmur that we are blessed by the heavens. Our army now stands a chance as we prepare for the final clash with the English. Scotland now has archers and knights of our own with which to meet Longshanks. We march south to Falkirk, where we will join with the army of William Wallace and plan our combined attack upon the English castle.
That was the 6th mission of William Wallace. Forging an Alliance, I believe it was called. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.